Have you ever pondered the mysteries that lie inside the old wisdom that was only accessible to a select few individuals? Discovering the mysteries that are hidden inside the realm of old mystical teachings is something that we should do together. There have been countless occasions throughout history that have been documented in which ancient civilizations held knowledge that was incomprehensible for their time period. The chosen few were the only ones who had access to this information, making it a closely guarded secret that was handed down from generation to generation. It is possible that you are familiar with the Samaran clay tablet, which depicts the solar system, or the fact that ancient Egyptians precisely recognized the shape of the earth long before contemporary science proved it. It would seem from all of this that the ancient people had access to information that we now refer to as esoteric. The term esoteric knowledge refers to a collection of beliefs and practices that are only known to a limited number of individuals and need a certain degree of comprehension or exceptional talents. From philosophy to alchemy, from the laws of attraction to the creation of reality, these teachings address a wide range of topics that pertain to life. It is common to equate them with spirituality and awakening, in addition to having a profound comprehension of the nature of the universe. It is essential to keep in mind that this information is not only theoretical, rather, it is a set of instructions that can be put into practice to bring about changes in oneself and in the environment around them. We will investigate the basic principles of esoteric knowledge and the function that these principles play in altering our experience of reality in the film that we have created. There was a significant role that Helena Petrovna Blavatsky, often known as HPB, played in the dissemination of esoteric knowledge in the latter half of the 19th century. In the year 1875, she was one of the co-founders of the Theosophical Society, which had the objective of investigating the mystical and esoteric teachings of both Eastern and Western traditions. In her publications, Blavatsky explored spiritual themes like as karma, reincarnation, and the growth of humanity's consciousness. Her books, most notably The Secret Doctrine and Isis Unveiled, were innovative in their investigation of these topics. The importance of Blavatsky rests in the fact that she was able to bridge the gap between Eastern and Western spiritual philosophy via the books and teachings that she produced while she was alive. She presented Western audiences with ideas that were mainly unknown or misunderstood at the time, but she brought them to them. As a result of her work, existing scientific and religious views were called into question, and she advocated for a society that was more holistic and inclusive. In addition, Blavatsky's focus on the oneness of all faiths and the concept of global brotherhood had a significant influence on the community of spiritual practitioners. Many people were motivated to seek a more profound knowledge of themselves and the world around them as a result of her teachings, which helped to cultivate a feeling of connectivity and common humanity. Despite the fact that Blavatsky was subjected to criticism and controversy throughout her lifetime, her impact persisted forever. The legacy she left behind continues to motivate others who are looking for the truth and wisdom to investigate the secrets of the cosmos and the qualities that make up consciousness. This film will take us on an adventure through a wide variety of intriguing subjects that are associated with esoteric knowledge. Some of these subjects include philosophy, alchemy, the laws of attraction, the creation of reality, and spiritual awakening. In addition to providing significant insights into the nature of reality and awareness, these themes dig into the most profound elements of human comprehension. The scope of esoteric knowledge about the mind extends to the most profound components of awareness and the fundamental characteristics of cognition. This article investigates the concept that the mind is not only a result of the brain, but rather a potent instrument that has the ability to change reality. Esoteric teachings include the belief that thoughts are energy and have the ability to appear in the physical world. This is one of the most important principles in these teachings. It is common practice to refer to this concept as the rule of mentalism, which implies that the mind is the main factor that is responsible for all creation. Additionally, esoteric teachings highlight the need of exercising control and direction over one's ideas, since these thoughts have the ability to mold one's reality. Affirmation, meditation, and visualization are all examples of practices that are often used in order to harness the power of the mind and bring about favorable transformations. In addition, esoteric knowledge about the mind investigates the idea of the subconscious and the function that it plays in the formation of our thoughts and actions. Individuals may transcend limiting ideas and build a life that is more rewarding overall by gaining an awareness of the subconscious mind and developing their ability to interact with it. A comprehensive understanding of the nature of consciousness and the power of thought in molding our world may be gained via the acquisition of esoteric knowledge as it pertains to the mind. Having a grasp of the mind is the key to unlocking everything that is beyond the comprehension of the average person. These esoteric teachings about the mind represent a system of ideas and knowledge that postulates the mind as being not only comprised of thoughts and intelligence, but rather as being intimately related to the spiritual world and the cosmos as a whole. According to esoteric philosophy, the mind is seen as a higher level of awareness that is able to perceive and comprehend the more subtle and profound parts of reality that are often inaccessible to the mind of the average person. According to esoteric teachings, the mind is capable of growing and developing via the practice of activities as meditation, thought control, and mindfulness. These activities, in turn, enable one to gain a more profound comprehension of both themselves and the world. When we examine contemporary ideas about the mind in comparison to esoteric teachings, we are able to see both the contrasts and the parallels in our knowledge of the mind and the roles it performs. According to contemporary scientific theory, the mind is determined by the activity of the brain, more precisely the electrochemical activity of neurons. The theory proposes that the mind is a product of biological processes, and that these processes may be described by referring to the physical and chemical processes that occur inside the body. On the other hand, esoteric traditions consider the mind to be a more profound and all-encompassing concept that extends beyond the bodily characteristics of people. As to these beliefs, the mind is linked to the energy of the cosmos and is a component of the harmony that exists throughout the universe. The ability to see and engage with the more subtle facets of reality is facilitated by this link, which is regarded to be a connection between people and the higher forces of the cosmos. Contemporary ideas on the mind have a tendency to adopt a materialism perspective, meaning that they see it as the outcome of biological brain activity. On the other hand, esoteric teachings consider the mind to be a phenomena that is considered to be more transcendental and spiritual. They are of the opinion that the mind is capable of sensing and comprehending subtle parts of reality that are not accessible to the average human perception. As a whole, contemporary science is primarily concerned with the physiological and biological elements of the mind, while esoteric teachings place greater emphasis on the transcendental and spiritual components of the mind. One of the oldest practices in the world, alchemy seeks to alter not just the human body, but also the human soul and awareness. It is a process that includes the transition of the material into the spiritual, as well as the quest of higher realms of consciousness and spiritual enlightenment. This process is both symbolic and metaphorical in nature. In order to demonstrate the concept of altering one's mind and soul, alchemy makes use of a variety of symbols and allegories, such as the turning of lead into gold. The quest of the philosopher's stone, which is a state of total spiritual enlightenment and change, is one of the fundamental principles of alchemy. Other fundamental concepts include working with the elements earth, water, fire, and air as emblems of various parts of human nature. The theory of alchemy claims that a person may alter their outward environment and reality by first comprehending and then modifying their inner world inside themselves. The term alchemy is often used as a metaphor for the process of spiritual transformation. In this metaphor, the base material stands for the elements of the self that are not yet polished, and the objective is to change these qualities into a more refined and elevated state. In this way, alchemy is not just about altering physical objects, but it is also about transforming one's own self. Individuals who engage in the practice of spiritual alchemy endeavor to comprehend and improve their internal characteristics, which include their feelings, ideas, and beliefs, with the goal of attaining a more elevated level of consciousness and enhanced spiritual awareness. In order to accomplish this process, one must engage in introspection, develop an awareness of oneself, and cultivate qualities as compassion, knowledge, and patience. Individuals strive to gain spiritual enlightenment and harmony with the cosmos by working on themselves in this manner if they are to accomplish their goals. Examples of alchemical symbols and their meanings include the philosopher's stone, symbolizing the idea of inner transformation and spiritual perfection, the Ouroboros, an image of a snake eating its own tail, representing the cyclic nature of life, death, and rebirth, and the sun and the moon, symbolizing the principles of masculine and feminine, active and passive, as well as representing the soul and the mind. Alchemists are able to visualize and concentrate on abstract ideas and processes with the assistance of these symbols, which play a key part in the practices of spiritual growth. Different esoteric traditions and ancient teachings include references to the notion of selected people or groups. These references may be found in a variety of different ways. The presence of these signals often indicates a more profound spiritual calling or a distinctive part to play in the development of awareness. Signs of the chosen ones might include amazing powers, deep insights, or a strong feeling of purpose and destiny, but these characteristics can vary from culture to culture and belief system to belief system. Ancient scriptures and stories often characterize selected people as being in possession of concealed information, having a unique link to higher realms, or being destined to bring about important changes in the world. By gaining an understanding of these indicators and the importance they have, one might get insights into the nature of spiritual progress, as well as the possibilities for personal change. Understanding that these signs are unique markings or symbols that indicate a person's distinct purpose or spiritual condition is the first step in providing an explanation of the notion of selected signs and esoteric teachings. Gnosticism, alchemy, and ancient mystical teachings are examples of esoteric traditions that use the term signs of the chosen to refer to people who are distinguished from the general population due to the fact that they possess unique characteristics or a destiny that sets them apart from others. There are a number of different ways in which these signals might express themselves, including the manifestation of exceptional powers, a profound comprehension of spiritual truths, an intuitive awareness of the rules of the world, or their involvement in the evolution of mankind throughout history. Those who are considered to be chosen are those who are in possession of profound spiritual knowledge and comprehension, which distinguishes them from others and enables them to bring about a transformation in the world around them. It is a common assertion in esoteric teachings that every individual have the capacity to become one of the selected if they cultivate their awareness and gain a spiritual knowledge. This suggests that every person has their own unique set of skills and knowledge, which may be cultivated and used for the purpose of achieving spiritual enlightenment and contributing to the improvement of the world. Identifying the signals that are present in one's life is a fundamental concept in esoteric teachings. There is a widespread belief that these signals are messages from the cosmos or higher powers, directing people along their spiritual journey or showing that they are aligned with certain energies or forces. Some of the ways in which one could detect indications in their life are as follows. Esoteric teachings often place an emphasis on the relevance of synchronicities, also known as significant coincidences, for the purpose of interpreting them as signals from the cosmos. These may be occurrences that, at first glance, seem to be unconnected but, upon closer inspection, reveal a more profound and significant link. Intuition. Another method for recognizing indications is to acknowledge and follow one's own intuition. The teachings of esotericism say that our intuition is a powerful instrument that may be used to comprehend the subtle signals that the cosmos is trying to convey. Dreams are thought to be a means of communication between the conscious mind and the subconscious. When it comes to esoteric interpretations of dreams, symbols and signs are often included. These might be read in order to acquire insights into one's life. Nature. According to several esoteric traditions, nature is a source of signs and symbols. There is a common belief that animals, plants, and natural occurrences are messengers from the divine, or that they are mirrors of spiritual truths. In esoteric teachings, numbers, symbols, and patterns are often given significance. Numerology and symbolism are two components of this. Knowing how to recognize them in one's life might be a method of interpreting signals and comprehending the meaning of what they mean. Inner knowing. In the end, the ability to recognize signals often boils down to a profound feeling of inner knowing or resonance. In order to correctly understand the signals that appear in one's life, esoteric teachings advise people to put their faith in their own inner guidance and intuition. In general, the ability to recognize signals calls for a certain degree of awareness, as well as a receptivity to the subtle messages that the world is trying to convey. A person's spiritual connection and knowledge may be strengthened via the use of this procedure, which is both personal and intuitive. Esoteric traditions say that our thoughts and feelings have a significant influence on the events that take place in our life. One of the most important ideas in these teachings is the law of attraction, which states that our thoughts and feelings have the ability to create reality. The law of attraction states that we bring into our life whatever it is that we concentrate our attention and energy on. Aspects that are most important to this idea are as follows. Energy and forms. According to esoteric teachings, our ideas and feelings are responsible for the formation of energy forms that are referred to as thought forms. Through the emission of energy, these thought formations have an effect on our surroundings and attract occurrences and individuals that are in accordance with our internal condition. Positive and negative attraction. According to the law of attraction, we bring into our lives not only what we want, but also what we concentrate our attention on, which might include things that we do not want to happen. As a result, it is essential to exercise control over our thoughts and feelings in order to attract the things that we want. Visualization and affirmations. The law of attraction may be worked with in a variety of ways, including via the use of visualization and affirmations. While affirmations assist in the formation of positive thoughts that correlate to the intended goal, visualization enables you to see the outcome that you want to achieve. Criticism and scientific justification. Despite the widespread acceptance of the law of attraction, it is subject to criticism due to the fact that it does not have any supported scientific evidence. There are others who believe that only altering one's mind is not sufficient to bring about a full transformation in reality. The law of attraction is a powerful tool that many people use in their daily lives to bring about positive outcomes such as success, health, money, and happiness. It is their assertion that the use of the law of attraction has resulted in favorable changes in their lived experiences. Your desire becomes your legal obligation. The law of attraction is the law of desire. Everything you desire, you attract. Your desire is your command, and your attraction is your response to that command. The American psychologist Abraham Hicks. It is necessary to first have a firm understanding of the underlying concepts of the law of attraction before we can describe how it affects our world. In accordance with this rule, energies that are similar to one another attract one another. This means that the energy that we send out into the cosmos is the energy that we bring back to ourselves. The idea that everything in the cosmos, including our ideas, feelings, and actions, is made out of energy is the foundation around which this philosophy is built. According to the principle known as the law of attraction, our thoughts and feelings generate a vibrational frequency that is in harmony with the frequencies that are present in the universe. Maintaining a positive mentality and concentrating on our wants rather than our worries causes us to produce a good vibration, which in turn attracts wonderful events into our life rather than the other way around. On the other hand, lingering on negative thoughts and concentrating on what we do not have or what we fear creates a bad vibe that invites undesirable situations. Therefore, it is of the utmost importance to be conscious of our ideas and feelings, since they have a direct influence on the reality that we bring into existence. We may learn to match our thoughts and emotions with our wants by using the law of attraction, which allows us to create the reality that we really want to experience. This can be accomplished by understanding and implementing the law of attraction. This entails seeing ourselves achieving our objectives, creating a positive attitude, and taking inspired action in the direction of our goals. When we are in harmony with our aspirations, the world works together to help us achieve them. This causes our reality to change in line with our ideas and beliefs, which is a positive outcome. Your wishes may be brought into existence via the force of intention and belief, which is what is referred to as the process of manifestation. This theory is predicated on the idea that your mental and emotional states have the potential to affect the physical environment that surrounds you. You may bring the things you desire into your life by concentrating on what it is that you want to bring into existence. There is a strong connection between this idea and the law of attraction, which holds that things that are similar to one another attract one another. What this implies is that the energy that you give out will be the same energy that you get back. When you focus on having happy thoughts and emotions, you will attract wonderful events and results into your life. Have a crystal clear understanding of what it is that you want, and have faith that it is possible to get it. In addition to this, you should have a good mindset and take inspired action toward achieving your achievements. There are a number of powerful strategies that may be used for manifestation, including visualization, affirmations, and gratitude practices. Always keep in mind that the process of manifestation is not about wishing for things to happen by themselves. Rather, it is about bringing your thoughts, emotions, and actions into alignment with your objectives. By doing so, you will be able to create the life that you deserve and the life that you want. Examples of successful manifestation from well-known persons may inspire and drive us to bring our wishes into existence. Just a few examples are as follows. Prior to his rise to prominence as an actor, Jim Carrey drew a check for himself in the amount of $10 million, dated it for Thanksgiving 1995, and put it in his wallet. In 1994, he was really given the $10 million check that he had been promised for his performance in the film Dumb and Dumber. He had envisioned himself collecting the money. Oprah Winfrey has been quite upfront about the fact that she employs positive thinking and visualization in order to bring about her success. She became one of the most successful media moguls in the world by concentrating on her objectives and having faith in her capacity to accomplish them. In the world of mixed martial arts, MMA, Conor McGregor is well known for his habit of envisioning his achievement, which includes becoming a champion and earning a significant amount of money. He would talk about his future accomplishments as if they had already taken place, and in the end, he was successful in accomplishing his objectives in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Will Smith has earned a remarkable reputation for his optimistic outlook and his firm faith in the power of manifestation. The fact that he has been able to maintain his concentration on his objectives by visualizing his achievement and using affirmations is one of the factors that has contributed to the success of his acting career. It is clear from these instances that manifestation is not only a theoretical notion, but rather a practical instrument that anybody may use in order to accomplish their objectives and realize their aspirations. You have the power to bring success into your own life if you focus on what it is that you want and have trust in your capacity to achieve it. A translation looks like this. Create objectives that are crystal clear and specific. Write out what it is that you want to accomplish or bring into your life. Visualize yourself succeeding by imagining that you have already accomplished your objectives. This helps to develop a vivid image of the success you will have in the future. Utilize affirmations. Recite optimistic words regarding how you are currently accomplishing your objectives. As an example, you may say something like, I attract everything I need for happiness and success. You should behave as if your desire has already been fulfilled. This means that you should base your choices and actions on the idea that your goal has already been accomplished. By doing so, you are able to break out of your comfort zone and open yourself up to new chances. It is important to have a good attitude since having negative thoughts and uncertainties might make it more difficult for you to accomplish your objectives. Maintain a good attitude and have faith in your power to create the world you want. It is important to cultivate an attitude of thankfulness, since it enables you to make progress toward your objectives and brings more favorable occurrences into your life. You may enhance your capacity to create your reality and attract what you genuinely want into your life by following these practical recommendations and developing your power to create your reality. The mirror principle and the awakening of the spiritual self. The process of being aware of and extending one's awareness is known as spiritual awakening. This process ultimately results in a profound comprehension of one's own identity, one's position in the world, and one's relationships with many other people. The onset of this process might be slow or rapid, depending on the circumstances of one's life or the changes that occur inside oneself. The mirror principle is the concept that our exterior environment is a reflection of our interior condition, and that we bring into our life that which is congruent with our ideas, emotions, and beliefs. This indicates that if we want to bring about a change in our life, we must first bring about a change inside ourselves, from the inside out. There is a strong connection between spiritual awakening and the mirror principle. This is because spiritual awakening often results in realizations of the influence that our ideas and feelings have on the world that we experience. As we get a better understanding of ourselves and the ways in which we impact the environment around us, we may begin to use the mirror principle in order to improve our quality of life and make it more satisfying, healthier, and happier. In addition, the mirror principle serves to bring to our attention the significance of accepting personal responsibility for our life. Rather than pointing the finger of blame at other people or external situations for our difficulties, we may start to perceive them as reflections of our own ideas and emotions. This provides us with the chance to alter our thoughts and feelings, which in turn allows us to change our reality. Spiritual awakening and the mirror principle provide us with the chance for profound self-exploration and development, which enables us to become the writers of our own lives and to create a world that is more aware and satisfying. There is a significant alteration that takes place throughout the process of spiritual awakening, which entails a shift in awareness and vision. Increased consciousness, a connection to the divine, and the knowledge of one's actual essence are the defining characteristics of this kind of experience. The occurrence of this process might be slow or rapid, and it is a process that is unique to each person. The waking of awareness is one of the most important parts of that which is known as spiritual awakening. Becoming more present, letting go of ties to the past and the future, and experiencing life to its fullest extent are all necessary steps in this process. Furthermore, it entails establishing a more profound connection to the universe that surrounds us, acknowledging the presence of the divine in everything, and comprehending the interdependence of all living things. The process of self-discovery is another essential component. Exploring one's deepest being, facing and letting go of old habits and beliefs, and discovering the genuine self that lies beyond the ego are all necessary steps in this course of action. Due to the fact that it includes confronting and accepting pieces of oneself that have been concealed or ignored, it may be a difficult process. In addition, the process of spiritual awakening results in a change in one's priorities and values. While the pursuit of inner peace, happiness, and satisfaction takes priority, the acquisition of material belongings and the accomplishment of outward goals become irrelevant. This shift may result in adjustments to one's lifestyle, relationships, and professional choices as they align more closely with their real purpose and path. These changes can be beneficial to the individual. In general, the process of spiritual awakening is a journey that is profoundly transformational, bringing about increased self-awareness, inner calm, and a connection to the divine. The process of self-discovery and development is a journey that has the potential to significantly influence every facet of a person's life. According to the mirror principle, the exterior environment is a reflection of our interior mindset and the ideas that we are having. In other words, what we see in other people and in other circumstances is essentially a reflection of our own ideas, feelings, and the reality that we find ourselves in. It is important to note that the mirror principle plays a key role in the context of spiritual awakening. This principle demonstrates that our outward circumstances and interactions are a reflection of our inner reality. Obtaining an understanding of our own beliefs, traumatic experiences, and unsolved problems may be accomplished by paying close attention to the people and situations that draw us. After gaining an understanding of the mirror principle, people are better able to take responsibility for their life and shift their thoughts and feelings in order to bring about a change in their reality. Therefore, if we want to bring about a change in the external world, we must first bring about a change in ourselves. In addition, the mirror principle highlights that every event that occurs in our lives has significance and has the potential to serve as a source of learning and development via its application. We may utilize the mirror of the external world to obtain a deeper awareness of ourselves and modify our lives for the better. This is an alternative to blaming others for the issues that we are experiencing inside our lives. In general, the mirror principle encourages introspection and self-improvement, which enables us to have a deeper understanding of who we are and to nurture a life that is more aware and harmonious. Gnosticism is a philosophical and spiritual philosophy that has had an impact on the way that contemporary people interpret the world around them. Knowledge of oneself, spiritual growth, and transcendental understanding are the primary emphasis of this approach. This age-old belief system emphasizes the significance of developing one's spirituality and self-awareness in order to achieve a more elevated state of existence. Meditation, yoga, and other forms of self-improvement are examples of contemporary activities that mirror this idea and encourage people to acquire a more profound comprehension of their nature and the reason they are here on earth. True knowledge, according to the tenets of Gnosticism, can only be attained via participation in transcendental experiences. The Gnostic goal to transcend the boundaries of sensory experience may serve as a source of inspiration for contemporary spiritual activities, such as meditation and mystical rituals. Gnosticism holds the belief that the material world is insufficient and lacking necessary for the growth of spirituality. As a result of this teaching, individuals are inspired to seek spiritual prosperity and higher ideals rather than material accomplishments. In order to have a better understanding of the impact that Gnostic teachings had on the development of religious and philosophical traditions, it is essential to do research on various philosophical and theological literature. In addition to this, it gives insight on the relevance of their role in contemporary worldviews. When it comes to the search for truth, Gnosticism places a strong emphasis on the importance of human experience and intuition. Individuals are motivated to seek a deep knowledge of their position in the world and to trust the voice that comes from inside them as a result of this inspiration. As a result, Gnosticism continues to have an impact on contemporary perception of reality, motivating individuals to search for spiritual depth, truth, and their place in the universe. Gnosticism is a religious and philosophical system that originated in the early centuries of the Common Era. It is now considered to be an old religion. Gnosticism is defined by its focus on spiritual knowledge, gnosis, as the road to redemption and enlightenment. Although it comprises a varied variety of beliefs and practices, at its heart, Gnosticism is seen to be characterized by this emphasis. Gnostics are of the opinion that this knowledge is not accessible by conventional methods of education or intellectual inquiry. Rather, it is revealed through direct personal experience or through divine revelation. The concept of a transcendent heavenly realm that is completely distinct from the material world, which is seen to be fundamentally faulty or bad, lies at the core of Gnostic thinking. Those who adhere to the Gnostic philosophy believe that the material world was brought into being by a lower, more ignorant god known as the demiurge. This deity is held accountable for the defective quality of physical existence. Many people believe that salvation and gnosis are synonymous with emancipation from the material world and a return to the heavenly realm in order to achieve gnosis. In addition, Gnosticism lays a significant amount of stress on the dualistic nature of reality, which is characterized by a clear differentiation between the spiritual and material worlds, as well as between the forces of light and darkness, good and evil. Gnostic cosmology, which often include intricate hierarchies of spiritual entities and a mythical explanation of the creation and nature of the cosmos, is a reflection of this duality. In spite of its variety, Gnosticism is distinguished from other religious traditions and mainstream Christianity by a number of fundamental doctrines and motifs that are shared by practitioners of the religion. A dualistic perspective of reality, a rejection of the material world as intrinsically faulty, and a concentration on personal spiritual experience are some of the characteristics that are included in this category. Gnosticism continues to have an impact on spiritual thinking and practice in the modern day, motivating people to search for more profound spiritual truths and to challenge the nature of reality. A significant number of Gnostic works, including the Apocrypha, the Nag Hammadi Library, and a great number of others, provide an invaluable source of ancient Gnostic teachings and concepts. Despite the fact that these works were produced at different ages and in diverse cultural circumstances, they nonetheless share a number of themes and notions that have become fundamental components of Gnosticism. The statements that there is a higher knowledge, gnosis, that leads to emancipation and redemption from the material world are often found in books that are commonly referred to be Gnostic. In addition, they provide explanations for the nature of the cosmos and the position of humans within it by describing spiritual hierarchies, cosmological theories, symbols, and mythology. There is additional evidence that Gnostic writings have had an impact on modern ideas. A significant number of scholars and philosophers have discovered that they have remarkable similarities with modern philosophical and scientific concepts. One example is the Gnostic notion of dualism, which has been mirrored in the works of philosophers and scientists who have investigated concerns about the nature of the soul, consciousness, and matter. Therefore, Gnostic writings continue to have an impact on contemporary thinking, which in turn stimulates conversations and study in the disciplines of philosophy, theology, and cultural studies within the academic community. They are a significant part of our cultural and intellectual legacy, and they make it easier for us to comprehend the views and convictions that we hold ourselves. In conclusion, the investigation of esoteric knowledge provides a significant potential for the development of one's awareness and comprehension of oneself. Our views are broadened, our preconceptions are called into question, and we are encouraged to dive deeper into the mysteries of life. Through the study and application of these teachings, we are able to strengthen our spiritual connection, improve our self-awareness, and handle the problems that life presents with a higher degree of wisdom and understanding. The acquisition of esoteric knowledge inspires us to go deeper beyond the surface of reality and to investigate the more profound truths that lay underneath our existence. It presents us with the task of going beyond our narrow perspectives and embracing a more wider knowledge of both ourselves and the cosmos more generally. In this sense, the study of esoteric knowledge is not only an academic endeavor, rather, it is a journey that may lead to significant personal and spiritual development at any point in time. As we negotiate the intricacies of the contemporary world, the insights that are provided by esoteric knowledge may act as a guiding light, assisting us in navigating the obstacles that we face in life with more clarity and purpose. Through the adoption of these teachings, we have the ability to create a more profound sense of purpose and satisfaction, as well as contribute to the development of a society that is more peaceful and enlightened. In conclusion, I would want to underline the significance of learning esoteric information and putting it into practice in our everyday lives. They contribute to the expansion of our awareness of the world and of ourselves, which ultimately results in profound individual change and spiritual development. The implementation of these lessons has the potential to assist us in altering our reality by fostering more harmonious relationships, enhancing our comprehension of our objectives and the path we are on in life, and fostering a more conscious construction of our living environment. When it comes to achieving spiritual enlightenment via the acquisition of esoteric knowledge, continuous self-development and self-awareness are required. They are able to assist us in discovering inner peace and harmony, as well as an awareness of our position within the cosmos. We will be able to become more aware makers of our reality and build a more favorable future for ourselves and others if we put these concepts into practice in our day-to-day lives.